sometimes I forget what I have to do. Have a little moment of, okay, I've done everything. So I thought we'll start seated. If you want to sit, you can of course be in a chair if you'd like to be in a chair. So I thought we'll do the seated part first, and then I'll invite you to lie down at the part where you might like to lie down. So I thought, well, if we start with a mudra, which is just a short practice, and then we'll move into a meditation practice, which is a sort of stress transforming practice, which it does just require you to just dig a little deeper, but and then you can just let me know if you feel like it's a helpful practice or not. So it's one that I haven't shared it before, so I'll be interested to see whether you think it's useful or not. So first of all, just become comfortable, however you'd like to be. If you'd like to be cross-legged, or if you would like to be in a chair, or however you would like to position yourself. I mean, you could lie down if you wanted to throughout. You could still, you can still do the whole practice if you wanted to. If you're feeling really tired and you need to just rest and lie down, then just do whatever you feel is most appropriate for you. So the first part is it's just to become comfortable in your seat. Have the spine fairly lifted if you're sitting, and just start to relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax the torso, and soften through the legs. And just think about having your inner ears balanced above the shoulders, so the ears and the shoulders are in line. And then soften through the center of your tongue, and soften around the face, around the jaw, particularly across the brow that can get quite tight. And then, so this is the Linga mudra, or it's the upright mudra. So the way that we practice it, we interlace the fingers. And then, so as you interlace the fingers, you'll notice, as your thumbs cross, you'll notice that the thumb underneath, so there's one thumb on top and there's one thumb underneath, and then the thumb underneath, just bring it into an upright position. So this is really hard for me to have my thumb upright, but you might have a more upright thumb. And then the other hand, you can just circle that upright thumb with the thumb and the index finger. So you're just circling it. So that's your mudra. And then just bring the hands towards the body so that your arms are supported, so that your shoulders are softly releasing. And then just close your eyes for a moment, see how that feels. So it's said that this finger position, it increases our resistance against things like coughs and colds, things like chest infections, and it can loosen any mucus that might have collected in the lungs. And also useful for people who suffer from respiratory complaints when the weather changes. So it starts to bring some heat into the body. So it's useful for anybody whose body doesn't produce a fever when it needs to produce a fever to fight off infection or bacteria in the body. So it will produce heat. And you can imagine a fire within the body, burning away bacteria, waste products. And just visualize, and do it as a visualization rather than as an actual physical practice. Just visualize that you're hurling your arms behind you and literally throwing illness behind you. So it can be done in a physical way. I think it'll be quite nice this evening just to do it as a visualization. We visualize ourselves throwing illness behind us. And just allow your breath to flow freely. And notice how you feel. And then just release. So release the mudra, release your hands, relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Just rest a moment. And again, just see how you feel. And then from there, so I'll invite you to remain with your eyes closed. Of course, if you need to adjust your body position, either now or at any point during the practice, just feel free to do that. So we'll move into our meditation. So it's a meditation for transforming stress. So we'll practice transformation around our stress or our anxiety or our fear. And as I said, you could lie down if you wanted to lie down. But just find a comfortable position, make sure that you're comfortable. And you can place your hands in any chosen position. So they may be in your lap, they may be in a mudra, they may be palms up on your thighs or your knees, or maybe palms down, whatever feels most appropriate for you. And again, just breathe in a way that feels very natural for you. So you could be breathing through the nose, you could be practicing a gentle Ujjayi breath, you could be breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. So whatever comes naturally for you this evening. And again, just think about having the ears and the shoulders in line. And just check that your back is reasonably straight. I mean, you could sit up against the wall or support if you wish. And spend the next few moments just deepening your breath a little bit so that we gather the attention into the body. Gathering our attention into the here and now. If you experience any tension in the body, choose the out breath to soften. Just see if you can relax a little bit more. So use the exhalation to release any tension from the body. Relaxing a little bit more into the present moment as we focus on the breath. And then just allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And now I would like to invite you to bring to mind a particular aspect of stress or anxiety or fear that you may wish to work with during this practice. So it could be anything really. It could be something big or small. It could be stress in a romantic relationship. It could be in a friendship. It might be at work. It might be around finances or money. So really, it can be anything at all. But whatever it is, something that causes you anxiety or stress or fear. So feelings that are significant and real for you at this time. And my invitation is for you to bring to mind that situation. So bring it into your mind's eye. So choose something that you're ready to bring forward, that you know you're ready to work with. And then as you focus on that situation, just allow it to manifest in your mind as images or memories around that area of your life. And then just feel the energy in your body as you recall the feelings of that situation. So it could very well be the energy of stress in the body. And feel it strongly enough so that you feel the emotional effects of that visualization. So if it brings up emotional tension, of stress or anxiety in the body itself, just try to be with it. It could be the voice of negative stress or anxiety. Listen to any conversations around it and observing it, but without trying to change it, so without resisting it, just be with it. And if it brings up difficult energy in the body, as you breathe in, be aware of that difficult energy. Or whatever it brings up, be aware of that as you breathe in. As you breathe out, just try to be with it, so relax into it. So it's being comfortable with the discomfort of that emotional experience. Being willing to be with that discomfort then and accepting it, just observing it. And be aware of anything that comes up of stress as you experience it in the body. It's a feeling of being uncomfortable. And notice how it manifests in the body. And also really notice where you feel it. There might be a particular part of the body where you feel it. And really notice, so focus on what type of feeling it is. So sometimes it can be a feeling of being constricted, or maybe butterflies, or something different, but just notice what it brings up. It might be you can sit comfortably with it and that it's not bringing up anything that's very strong, just be with that, or it might be the absolute opposite of that. So it's okay, know that it's fine, and we're just experiencing it. As you breathe in, be aware of it. As you breathe out, just relax into it, getting comfortable with the discomfort of any stressful emotion or anything that arises. And now just visualize coming to the center of your heart space and visualize a piece of coal. So just strongly visualize a piece of coal in the heart space. And whatever you're experiencing, stress or tension, just focus that tension into that piece of coal. So if you feel the sensation of stress or emotion elsewhere in the body, see if you can direct it into the heart space, into that piece of coal. So the piece of coal is being placed under pressure. The stress of the situation is being focused into that piece of coal. Any anxiety, any fear. So it's pressure bearing down on that piece of coal. And you're just the witness, so you're watching this piece of coal in the center of your heart space being put under this pressure, this anxiety, this stress, or whatever it is that you're feeling. And just watch the coal. Each time you breathe out, visualize the coal transforming. Visualize the coal transforming, becoming lighter, becoming brighter. And then see the coal transform into brilliant diamond form. So recognizing that the very stress that we experience in this situation is giving us the opportunity to turn difficult energy and transform it. So visualize this energy being transformed into a diamond. So you feel the pressure, experience the pressure bearing down now on that diamond in your heart. So that we start to experience something positive, and the effort becomes something positive. So breathing in, feel the stress or the emotion, whatever comes up. Breathing out, just start to see the transformation, the value of the work that you've been doing. So the transformation in your heart from a piece of coal into a diamond. From negative stress becoming positive stress. And the fear becoming positive developmental fear. So experiencing negative energy can be positive and developmental. So just to think about it, and here is the situation in your life. Here are the circumstances, and here is the positive stress around it. And then consider what you need to do in order to change the situation. So maybe what to do in the situation or what to say in the situation that's going to further transform your experience of stress through action. Or it could be positive thought, through positive thought. So what is it in this stressful situation that we need to do next to start pointing it in a positive direction? Could be just a tiny step. Could be repeating the practice. You may just start to feel some inspiration. And start using the stress to grow, to develop, to sometimes push our limits and to make a positive out of the turbulence and the challenge. We could look for something that perhaps is quite specific, something actionable that we can do or say or approach those stressful circumstances. So something you can practice in your daily life. You may want to daily meditate on that question if nothing comes up. So that from this section of the exercise, there's something practical and actionable that you're primed to do when you find yourself in this set of circumstances. And so as we start to draw the practice to a close, there are three things that we can practice. So the mindfulness of the practice as we return. So the first is to experience the stress or anxiety, but without struggling. So noticing the stress in the body, breathing in and being aware of it, and breathing out, relaxing into it, being able to hold that tension, so without repressing it or running away from it. Second thing is that we have the image of the coal in the heart space, and we gradually visualize the coal being transformed into a diamond. So this is the pressure we're experiencing as something positive, providing opportunity rather than something we want to get rid of or run away from. And the third thing is an actionable way of approaching the circumstances and the stress in our daily life to help us to redirect it in a tangible way that we can practice doing when we find ourselves in those set of circumstances. So just taking your time now to come back and perhaps have a little stretch And then I'd like to invite you, if you're seated, perhaps to lie down for the next portion of our practice. So just take your time and become comfortable once more, just perhaps changing your position, your body posture. Just making those adjustments. So if you're lying down, if you've come into lying down, just make sure you're comfortable, that you've got your cushion, maybe your blanket. Perhaps have a little sip of water. And then as you lie down, again, close your eyes. Become aware of the back of your body. And become aware of every part of you that's touching the earth. So the back of your skull, shoulder blades, the arms, spine, buttocks, backs of your legs, thighs, the calves, the heels, backs of the arms, the backs of the hands. And allow each of these points of the back of the body to become softer now and more settled into the support of the ground. So that all your muscles start to soften and release. And the skin softens over the muscles and the bones become heavy and relaxed under the weight of gravity. Just feel your entire physical body. So this majestic, miraculous machine working 24 hours a day for us. Pumping of the heart, blood circulating, digestive system, assimilating nutrients from our food and releasing all toxins. And this whole body working seamlessly. Begin to notice where your breath is most felt. Rising on the inhale, falling on the exhale. And the breath as the inner expression of your life force, subtle, vital energy, prana, pranic sheath that surrounds the entire body. It's about 6 inches beyond the physical edges of the body, and it interacts with the environment around us. So when there's a free flow through the pranic system, we're full of vitality and health. There's a soft pulsation, contraction and expansion. And that subtle energy melting and merging in the space around it. Bring your awareness into your mind, into your thoughts, and just watch your thoughts. So it's like when you're lying on your back on the summer's day, gazing up at the sky. And the sky, this vast, all-encompassing quality of our consciousness. And the clouds are all our thoughts passing by. There's always this ebb and flow. And of course, sometimes the sky is full of clouds. Sometimes it's empty, pristine, blue sky. As you watch your thoughts, as the witness, as though you're watching a cinema screen, without identifying yourself with any single thought, just watching, without being drawn into any of the conversations. Bring your awareness now down into your heart space. Just listen in to the space of the energetic heart. And noticing here feelings and emotions in this space. Old wounds, old stories arising. And allow all of it to pulse and move through you. And knowing and trusting that it's all part of the human process, all part of being in a body in human form. And start to bring your awareness into your belly. So this seat of intuition, this place of knowing, just beyond the mind, the knowledge that's connected to universal cosmic intelligence. And when we quieten the mind, we drop into this space of all-knowing quiet vitality. And then feel all these different aspects of yourself merging. When all these aspects of yourself are merging, this bright, white, radiant light begins to shine through all different layers. And this light, of course, is our essence, our true reality. Knowing that we really are bliss beings right at the center of our experience. And all of the surface level, the turmoil of life, beneath that there's a part of us that's untouchable and indestructible, pulsating with pristine, pure joy, bliss that is our birthright. So just go ahead and feel your whole body vibrant, radiant, full of life, complete, whole, integrated unit, feeling connected to yourself and the world around you. And that those fully embodied different layers of self come as a remembrance that we're not separate, that we are one with the universal consciousness, one with the totality. When we start to remember this peace and joy starts to fill our experience, because we know there's no differentiation between us, the trees, the sky, the rivers, and every other person that we meet. And we're joined in a commonality of being made of the same stuff of consciousness. And begin to move back through the layers of the belly, through the layers of the heart, back into the mind, soft pulsation of the heart, and all the way back into the physical body. The edges of your skin, your muscles, your bones, and the weight of the bones on the earth. And bring your awareness back into the space around you. Just touch down here. Just for a moment, touching down. And then send your mind as far as it can go, away from your everyday life. And leave all of your anxiety, your worries, your obligations, your responsibility. And create a strong mental picture of where you can be completely free and relaxed, completely at peace. So you may imagine a sunny beach or a grassy meadow, a majestic mountain, even a favorite room. So create in your mind's eye your ideal spot for relaxation in as much vivid detail as you can imagine. And just bring in all of your senses and see the sights and colours, hear the sounds, feel the textures, smell the air. And to really experience your ideal spot for relaxation. And take a little time to fully retreat into your personal sanctuary, leaving only your body lying or sitting on the floor in a state devoid of all fears of the future and all regrets over the past. And feel secure in the knowledge that you are at home within yourself. And allow this inner silence to restore your being on all levels. And for a moment, allow yourself to drift. And just notice your mind and your body. Notice how you feel right now. Just take a moment to scan the body, inhaling relaxation, and then exhaling anything that feels tight or tense. So using the breath as this really powerful tool to aid our relaxation. And now as we just start to transition back, just start to deepen your inhale. Be aware of how your body, your mind, how your spirit feels right now. And then we'll gently start to move. So bringing a little bit of movement through the fingers and through the toes. And then gently start to stretch your body in a way that feels very natural for you. And just move very, very slowly. Make the transition very slowly. And then whenever you feel ready, just roll over onto your side. So whichever side feels comfortable for you. Just come into a nice fetal position.